You like Jojo Siwa? Well, if you're a 6-year-old girl, but you do like sound design, great. I'm gonna show you how to get this from this.
Hey everyone, it's Jojo.
Well, hello everyone. How you doing, all you beautiful people? This is Joe from JoeI Productions. Welcome to my sound design / music production videos. We're going to take Jojo Siwa's voice. Why Jojo Siwa? Because my 6-year-old daughter loves her. Thank you. We're going to tune it, stretch it, bend it, do all kinds of things to it to make kick, snare, hi-hats, even bass and pads with nothing else but Jojo Siwa's voice. Welcome to my pre-production room. Let's see what we can do. And friends, if you find this video to be informative, join the family, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get more content like this. And if you watch the video till the end, I have a bonus tip for you. Without further ado, let's start. This is the video that we're going to use to extract the audio from for the sound design process.
Hey, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go see if they have it. I'm gonna go see if they have other Jojo.
Obviously, we're not going to watch the entire video, but if you do, I won't judge you. Okay, let's start choosing the clips we want to use.
Hey everyone,
I'm using several different samplers for this process just for convenience, but you can actually use any sampler in any DAW. Do something with that. Touched. Okay, bring that here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go. Now the rest of the
I'm going to save you the painstaking process and choose the rest of the samples by myself. You're welcome.
Let's go.
Okay, we're going to start with the sound design process. We're going to make a kick out of the go. We'll start by setting the start and end points. Transpose it down. And you just have to keep playing with the start point, end point, and the transpose to get the right flavor. If any of you are sound designers and you're familiar with this process, please comment below, share with us your ideas. Maybe we can learn from each other. We're going to make a snare out of crazy. Set the start and end points again. Tune it. High pass ladder. Set the cutoff and the res. Then do your EQ, compression, and reverb to taste. I'm not going to go through that for the sake of time, but if you want me to make a video on it, just comment below and let me know. Now for the hi-hats. The same thing, we'll start with the start and end points. Tune it to taste. Throw a high pass on this. Drive. Don't punch. They're right next to each other so I can actually play a beat. All that just from Jojo Siwa. Now let's do some percussion. So what do we do first? You got it, start and end points. Adjust the decay on the envelope so it fades out a bit smoother. And let's throw on a low pass. You might have questions in your head. Well, how does he know what type of filters to use? This just comes from years of experimentation. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try everything, at least once. There's really nothing that can go wrong. Unless you experiment with things that can get you in trouble. But that's for a different video. Also, it really isn't that difficult. Low pass just means you set a point where you would like the lower frequencies to pass through, and high pass just means you set a point where you'd like the higher frequencies to pass through. Now you do have different types of low pass and high pass filters. If you'd like me to make a more detailed video on it, just let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to. Okay, next sample. Again, we're gonna adjust the start and end point. I'm really not gonna do much to it except some EQ, maybe some verb or delay. I know I'm moving a bit fast, just so I don't have to make the video longer than it should. You can always pause and rewind, see what I'm doing. Or if you want me to make a more detailed video on any one of these techniques, just let me know down in the comments. Okay, now to pull up sample 1. As I said in the beginning of this video, and correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, most samplers in modern day DAWs do basically the same thing in different ways. Now the reason I'm using different samplers is just more convenient to do certain things in different samplers. Now there are certain samplers such as Contact that have filters and effects that are exclusive to that sampler. But if we get to that point, I'll let you know. And I didn't say the word samplers enough, I'll say it one more time. Samplers. At this point, I am going to be shooting through this video very fast because there's just too much information for just one video. But if you really like me to, let me know below in the comments. I will make another video with me moving much slower, explaining things in much more detail. Let's make a bass out of this time. Now remember, everything that you're hearing, including this bass, is programmed from nothing else but Jojo Siwa's voice. Okay, let's start making some music from this thing. We'll start with the drum pattern. Okay, that's our drums from Jojo Siwa's voice. Let's move on. Duplicate. I already programmed the pads as well as some other instruments from Jojo Siwa's voice. I also played them, but as I promised you, let me know down in the comments and I will make a more detailed video just for you. Now let's move on to the bass. Instead of playing the bass, I actually programmed it to hit right on beat with the kick. I'll show you what I did. Bass. Convert to pattern. Go in here. Except for the kick. Okay, we actually don't need this either. We'll take this, copy it. Okay, then move it up to G. Go on to the next block. Keep this on D. Duplicate. Put up to C. E. Alright, there we go. Alright, nice. Alright, now it's time for custom risers and drops. Why not use what's ready? Because if you use what's ready, it's like watching that beautiful bride walk down the aisle with a beautiful wedding dress, wearing gym shoes. Bring up a reverb. Okay, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm gonna bounce track. And make another copy of this. Reverse this one. Okay, now it's time for Jojo's vocals. Come on now, she has to do vocals on this thing. After all the sounds are from her voice. What we're going to do is take what Jojo Siwa is saying and line it up with the beat. This is a very time-consuming process. Don't try this at home, kids. Just kidding. You need to try this at home. In fact, I hope you have your DAW open and following along so you can retain it instead of trying to remember it for later. Take this
You guys today.
and move it to contact, do some processing on it. Hit the little wrench icon. Go to Tone Machine. Click on legato so the voice actually follows whatever keys you're playing on the keyboards. And save this as Jojo voice. And now just go ahead and record it into your DAW.
I know. So today, I'm gonna go see fine.
I gotta give a lot of thanks.
That's cute! How cute and how tiny it is! Look at that.
My other favorite unit, Melodyne. Now let's make some harmonies with Jojo's voice. I'm not gonna play around with it, I'm just gonna do everything 100%. Now tune it down to where we need it. Okay, after all is said and done, here's the results.
There we go, crushed it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Everyone is Jojo. Everyone is Jojo. I'm gonna go see fine. I gotta get along. That's cute. Funky frog. Look at that. Funky frog. Look at that. Funky frog. Look at that. How cute and how tiny it is. I honestly did not. Crazy, like, did not. No. Okay. More Jojo. Funky frogs. Looking good. Are there any other Jojo stuff? Are there crazy, like, are there cute and how tiny it is. I love. It's blowing my mind. Let's go. Oh yes. I like. Where would you be? Would you be easy? There we go, crushed it. That is crazy, crazy. Yo, who is she? Wait a second. Alright. Okay, so what's left? And be just like me. So cute. Hold on. Yeah. So cute. That is crazy. Hold on. Alright, you guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out.
Okay, time for the bonus tip that I promised you. If you don't take anything from this video, you need to apply this every single day of your life. Never, ever piss off nurses or waitresses. That's how important this is. Oh, you wanted a bonus tip pertaining to music productions? Okay, why didn't you say so? Okay, you know how we were talking about adjusting the filters and such? Well, the real power comes when you automate them. You can automate filters, envelopes, delay, reverbs, almost anything. Now, each DAW has its own way of automating parameters. I'm using Studio One 4, so I'll show you how to do it in Studio One 4. If you're having difficulties automating in your DAW, just let me know down in the comments what DAW you're using, and I'll make a video on it, just for you. Okay, whatever. This is just for an example. Let's say you wanted to automate the cutoff. Since I'm using Studio One 4, all I have to do is grab this hand, throw it on the track, and I'm ready to automate. However I want, blah, blah, blah. Okay, see how it's automating the cutoff right here? What if the cutoff is having too much fun and the resonance wants to join in? All you have to do is drag in the resonance. We'll just use a sawtooth wave for this one. If you notice, it's automating both the cutoff and the resonance. And you can keep adding the automation on top of each other till your heart's content. If you're interested in sound design, I have more videos over here to the side. And if you like this video, hit like, join the family, and subscribe. You guys be blessed and see you back here next week.